let's say that there was a possibility to build your own business where you don't have to do a lot of investments. You don't have to set aside or quit your job or anything. You don't have to have all the normal obstacles by starting a business because all those things are prepared. Working with a product that is really trending, like not just a product, but a product concept that's really trending, it's gonna be bigger and bigger and bigger as the years go by. With a company giving you a lifetime contract where you get commission and percentage for everything you built over the next years. So bear with me and let me just quickly share my presentation. And my name is Jens. I'm living in Oslo, Norway, together with my family. I have two small kids, one bigger. And I have been an entrepreneur my whole life. I've done different kind of businesses. I've done telecom. I've done health products. I've done different things. And 12 years ago, I sold my telecom company, and I was sitting there in the office with no employees anymore, and I was thinking what to do next because I was just married. I had one small kid. I had one more coming, and I was like going into the office another 14 hours a day, building a new company or go into a regular job. Uh, and I did know that I was looking for, after all those years, I was looking for more flexibility. I was looking for have time to be with my family, but at the same time build a business that could be a meaningful, but also something that could be the last thing I was doing in life. So this is where I got into Cincino. I knew the founder of the company. I knew people working in the company. But it was not just that. It was also because the company turned around and presented something that I looked at as super interesting. And now I don't know about you, but in that position I was back 12 years ago, I was looking for opportunities. And not all people are looking for opportunity. You're not around searching, could this be something? Could this be something? We normally would have our job or whatever we do. But then there is exciting things happening out there. And building a business is pretty universal if you think about it. It's about having a product people want or need to a price they want to pay. And of course, if we could work with something that people doesn't quit using, but sometimes some things they are using again and again and again, we might be into something that could be really great in business. And then it's like the world is changing. I mean, just over the last 5 years, the artificial intelligence has turned around a lot of things in the industry and in many industries. And it's going fast. It's going really fast. And this is also, if we look at what kind of trends are going out right now. What is trending? What is going fast? What is going to be even bigger into the future? And some of those things you see right in front of you here is if you look at what the biggest consultant agencies in the world, like McKinsey, is saying, what's going to trend into the future, you would see six of those right here. And of course, we do know about weight loss. We do know people want to work from home, and having a home based business has been more and more normal. It's been easier and easier to set up. Online sales is just growing and growing. I remember like just 10 years ago, people were afraid of putting their credit card online. Now it's like just getting bigger and bigger. Beauty, anti-aging, working out, looking good, all those things are things that are really trending in the market. Now, there is one thing you might not heard of, and or maybe you have, and that is something called nutrition with evidence. Nutrition with evidence was something that really blew my mind when I saw this 12 years ago. And 12 years ago, we didn't really know if this was going to go big. I used to say we had like a hope of concept, but today, we do have a proof of concept because 12 years ago, we started with Nutrition with Evidence. And let me explain you quickly, because when people are buying a nutritional products today, and you might be in the category of people saying, I don't need any supplements, and you might not. But this is the point. People are buying supplements. They're going to the pharmacy. They buy supplements because they read about it. They got a recommendation or something like that. But most people doesn't know if they really need that product. And they doesn't really know if the product they buy or use is working for them. And this is the thing where we believe that in the future, those things will be test-based. People won't use a supplement without knowing if they need exactly that supplement. So where to start? And this was what I saw 12 years ago. And this was within the category of omega-3, because in the category of omega-3, well, this is might be the most important thing when it comes to health to have on the right level. Um, there is 500 million people out there using an omega-3 product every day, and it's rising, it's increasing pretty fast. More and more people are taking an omega-3 supplement. And you might heard, I mean, when I grew up, I have been eating fish is good, and we all know this. But this is going up, and the first test that we started with was a balance test. It was a test on the omega-3, and I can tell you, when I say we have a proof of concept, is that we actually have tested 1.7, between 1.7 and 1.8 million people. So it's the biggest database in the world. We are the biggest company in the world in this category. And we are close at 1 million customers using our product every day. And this is just the very beginning of it. And I will explain you a little more moving forward. So Cincino has a headquarter in Gothenburg. And when we launched this test and our product in combination with the test, this became very popular in the northern region. Actually, Norway, my country, is the country where we have tested most people. We have tested 2% of the population. But then we moved out in the world, EU, US, Asia, and right now Germany is our biggest market. USA is one of the fastest growing market, together with Taiwan for some reason. So we're actually in 55 markets. We deliver to more than 100 countries. We have listed the company at Nasdaq, which is something we are very proud of. And we are still constantly looking into open new markets every year, which means for us, working together with the company, having a partnership with the company, that we are basically in a multinational organization where we can get customers and work in any open market, which is obviously a great benefit. So let me go quickly into some of the main things we are doing. So we do know the trend is that people want to feel good, stay fit, be healthy. We also know that there is a lot of health-related problems out there. We see that there is diabetes. There is like I'm not a doctor. I'm not a health professional, and I'm making a point out of that because I'm not talking to you today because I am. We do have a lot of those working together with us, but most people are not. So we just have to lean on the statistics and what we can read out there. But there was one person saying something very sensible, very about food and medicine many hundred years ago. And he was probably right, because if we look at the development, and this is something I find very interesting, because if you just go like a couple of generations back in time, you saw that people were buying from the farmer or the fisherman, and when they got their food. Now, if we look at how we do it today, and I don't know about you in your country, but I know in Norway we have three chains of stores selling groceries, and everybody is buying those products. And it's not like people are not trying to be healthy or are healthy. It's just very hard to get all the things you need in a very hectic normal week or day. So this has changed the food we're eating and the nutrition we are getting in. And if we just look at the omega-3, omega-6 balance, and you might not heard omega-6, but it's also an essential fatty acids as omega-3. It's we the only way to get it into our body is through food, and the body doesn't produce it herself. And those two are kind of working towards each other because omega-3 is um, it's a product where we need to have a very high level on. It's going on our cells, it's going on how our ability to take up nutrition in our body. I mean, there is so many studies on this. And omega-6 also have a very important function in our body, but it shouldn't be too high in combination with omega-3. Now, if we look at our DNA, and we look at how we used to be, like how my grandparents, who was living in a small place south in Norway, they were eating the fish they were fishing, they were eating the food from their own farm. They had a completely different level on those two fatty acids than what I had when I did my first test. So if we look at in general in EU, people are walking around with 15 times more omega-6 in their body than omega-3. This was not normal and a generation or two back. If you look at the US market, they have more like 25 to 1 when we are testing them. But there is an development here which is not very positive because many times when we test around kids or teenagers, they have the American score, and when we are testing the American kids, they have like even worse score. So this is development going in the wrong direction. Now, again, the benefits of having enough omega-3 in your body is something you can study and read a lot about. There is like thousands of articles about those things and the health benefits in your body. And I'm not going to go into all the details of this. And the question is more, where are we at on our balance? And this is where we discovered a company in Norway 12 years ago who actually had developed a test and an amazing product. Today we own that company and we integrated that in our company, and that's been the basic for our success over the last years. So this is a test, and there is other tests. There is D vitamin test. There is tests for blood sugar. There is tests for gut, which is become a very popular test. And the test is just a prick in the finger. It's a dry blood spot test. It's very easy. Everybody can do it. And it's anonymic, so you don't have to fill in your name or anything. But it's good to give away your weight, your height, and where you are, and where you live for scientific reasons. But this is going to a laboratorium in Oslo, in the Science Park of Oslo. Which is have a lot of other clients. So this is a third-party lab. It's not a Ensino lab, and you get the test results during a few days. And as I said, we have done more than 1.7 million tests all over the world, even from China, India, Turkey, Taiwan. Everybody is shipping the test to Vitas to get their results online on a PDF, and you get a full PDF of 11 pages, and you see very clearly how your diet have been up to that point. Now, all the tests we have done around in the world, we see that people are not in a balance. We see that older people have a better score than younger people. We see that we are a little better up in the north of Europe than what they are in the south of Europe. But in general, people are not in balance. They are not at the top score. They are not where science recommend them to be. So you can find out your test results. You can see your score. It's very easy to read. It's not like only the doctor that can read it. And now the question is, how can we go into a perfect balance between those fatty acids? How can you have enough of the omega-3, the EPA, the DHA, and all those things in your body? And of course, we can eat a lot of fat fish. We could turn around our diet completely. We can try to find a supplement that might work. And this was one of the things I really kicked on when I saw this for the first time, because this is not just an omega-3 product. This is a balanced product. And the science behind this was, how can we make an omega-3 product that doesn't oxidize, that doesn't go down in quality after you take it out of the fish? And the science behind this product is that it's not just an omega-3 product, it's blended with olive oil, and olive oil with a very high level of polyphenols. And polyphenols is a strong antioxidant, actually stronger than C vitamin, and it's protecting the fish oil. Now, you will take the product every day according to your body weight, not according to your age. And after 120 days, you take another test. Yeah, I could show you this, but this is a stability test that was done on our oil. Um, and we, of course, we do have all the certificate needed. There is a lot of people within sports and so on using the product, so those certificates are really important. But maybe one of the most brilliant things is that, who is the market? Who is the customer? Who is the 1 million customers? And this is a product that, I mean, if everybody knew what I was doing, that's like maybe a stupid thing to say, but we believe when you go like 10 years into the future, maybe 15 years in the future, that it would be normal to know that to know your index. People would want to know. At the same time, this is a product that everybody should and can use. Like my kids have been using their balance oil since they were 6 months old. My wife, when she was pregnant, using it every day. My father, he's 90 years old. He's using the product every day, still going strong. And everyone in between, and it doesn't matter where they live and who they are, everybody could or should have enough omega-3 in their body, be in balance. So basically, everybody is our potential customers. Now, I'm just talking about omega-3, but we do have other products, but it is the most important, and it is our flagship concept. If you go to the pharmacy and you look at a random box of omega-3, you will see those claims, right, that you see in front of you now. It's good for your legs, it's good for your bones, it's good for your for a lot of things. And this is legal claims that we are allowed to say according to EFSA, according to the EU regulation. And all those things are true. Now, I believe it's more true if you are all the way up there and if you are just half the way. And this is what you can find out using the test and using the product, the balance oil, for 120 days, which is the time your cells needs to renew themselves, and take a second test to prove that it's working. And trust me, people have been testing the tests. They have been giving wrong information. They have been doing other products in the period. They have done everything to see if this is actually working. But you can fool a blood test. And so using the product according to your body weight, 120 days, do the second test. We do have a small percentage that doesn't really get up in balance because they need something more. That's also in most cases fixable, but 95% of us get into balance after 120 days on the balance oil. We have a health protocol, which is our most popular product, which also contain the synbiotic, the fiber, which we do now have a test for the gut, and we have the Extend, which is a very complicated multivitamin where, well, you should eat like 3.5 kilos of fruit and berries and vegetables to get the same nutritional components as you get in that product. So I'm not gonna use a lot of time on that. Sports athletes all over the world are using our product, football clubs, and so on. So the potential here is obviously the people already using supplement. And just in the omega-3, there is 500 million. Those people know that they should use omega-3, and they are, in most cases, very willing to take a test and see. But then, of course, there is another couple of billion people using some kind of supplement. So the business potential here at it's is pretty big, and let me just take you quickly through how you can start and why I started. Just some facts on the business, and then you talk to the person who invited you into the meeting after to get more details on how you can work and do this together. So to start the business, and that was what I was doing. And I was looking into a few things when I started. As I said, I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I wanted to look at the numbers and I wanted to look at a few things before I started. And I don't know about you, but one of the things I was looking for was how long have this company been in business? Are they making money? Are they growing? Because there is a lot of company pumping up and they have this new thing, and like 5 years later they're gone. So what I saw with Cincino was that they've been in business for many years. They were growing, they were making money, and the numbers looked very good. The second thing I was looking at was the growth and the results. I saw that they have been growing every year. I saw that they were making money every year. They have muscles to invest. And the third thing I was looking at was the ownership and the vision of the company. Where is this company going? Because if I'm going to throw in a lot of years and a lot of time into this, I don't want to go into a company and they have some owners just turning around and do something else with the company 5 years from now. And this is fascinating because the company is owned by the people working in the field, like me and a lot of you guys on this call. Even the biggest owner of the company, the founder, gets commission for sales. He's not in the board, he's not corporate, working at the headquarters. And we are controlling the company in a way where the vision of where we are going with this is not being controlled of a family or an American company or something like that. We are very, very sure that we are gonna be able to build this company in the right direction without anyone interfering on that. And since we are listed on Nasdaq, everybody can be a part owner in the company and benefit from that. And then number four, because I've been in different kind of businesses, and in many of those, I have been building a portfolio of customers. And when you build a portfolio of customers, you get a recurring income. That's one of the big benefits here in Cincino. But you want to have stable customers. You want to have customer that doesn't quit. You want to have loyal customers. And I was surprised when I looked at the loyalty of the customer. In general, they will last more than 2 years, and that's all customers. So when I started and I got my first customers, I recommended this for my father, my mother, my family. They're still using the product. Like most of the people I recommended this to in 2014, they are still customers. So the loyalty level is very, very high, which also gives you a recurring income based on everything you built. So how can you start? Sorry. You can start for free. You don't have to buy anything. Or you can buy one of our kits where you get a big discount. And I'm just showing you one example of my favorite kit here, because you get a huge discount, like 60%. And then you get 10 tests. So you have all your tools ready. So when you start, you have 10 tests. You can test family, friends, you can test colleagues, you can test people if they're interested in see their results. You have a lot of products, so you can test your products, you get to know them and so on. And on top of that, the company pay you back your initial investment 12 months later, as long as you personally have 25 customers in your portfolio 12 months from now. And how to get 25 customers? Well, when I'm starting up and work with someone new, I tell them that I'm going to hold your hand until you have 25 customers. So I hope the person invited you say the same to you. But it's not hard. I did this in 3, 4 months. So after 12 months, you get your money back. And also, there is €1,000 income just keeping a 25 customer base. There is another €1,000 in free product just keeping 25 personal customers. So just doing that is actually a small side business. On top of that, we have more than 300 people employed in Gothenburg. We also have daughter companies. We have bought companies around the world, factories, science companies, and so on. And when you get a customer in some country, we are open for business. There will be support for that customer in that customer's language in Gothenburg. Same on the business partners as myself. We do have support system in any language that we are opening. And of course, all the sales tools, the back office, the logistics, the product development, all that is there for us. And this is something we are given for free when we are a partner in the company. So the back office, where you are in complete control of your customer, your commission, your income, you have all the file library, you have all the product explanation, you have all the bonus plans, everything is in that back office, and it's constantly developing to be better and better. So how can you start? Well, the customers have a very good offer because they can get the products for free if they recommend others to become customers. So it's working like this. I got my father as a customer, and my father, he's calling me from time to time and he's telling me, you have to talk to that person, you have to talk to that person. And when I do, I get another customer, and now my father have had the products for free for many years because he's recommended me more than 4 people who also use the oil. But as a partner, you get paid for all those customers. And building a customer base is very lucrative. We have people building huge customer base, just personal customer base into their web shop in Cincino. I have personally not focused on building a huge personal customer base because I'm not a practitioner. I don't have clients coming into my shop to look to with health problems or anything like that. So I have just done 35 personal customers that I'm following up on. But total in my team, there is more than 300,000 customers and I'm going to show you how that works. But building a personal customer base, the more customer you have in your web shop and how more customer you take care of, well, the more bonuses you are being given from the company. Some of it is royalty just coming in every week, and some of it is bonuses for getting to the next level. And I believe that there is a limit for how many personal customers we can get, but there is no limit for how many customers we can get if we also build a team, if we also do it together with someone else. And this is the career ladder. We have an amazing commission plan, and you can always go to the next step, building a higher volume, building a bigger customer base together with your team. Everybody starts with two empty hands. I did that myself. I started on the bottom, got my personal customers, starting to work with some friends and former colleagues. We started to work together in Norway. Then people started to know someone in Poland, and they knew someone on Cyprus, and they knew someone in Greece. And today my team is all over the world. And I was stepping up like 1 or 2 steps every year, and ended up last year with the president rank, which was a big goal for me, but it was not the goal when I started. The goal when I started was to become a diamond or a director, so I had a really good side income. Now, let me show you quickly how you can start, because we do have something called Fast Start Plan. It's a 120-day plan for you to learn how to get customers into your back office, for you to learn how you can start to do the business. It's a very good training, but it's also very good paid when you do it over the first 120 days of your career. And You can actually make from 2,500 euros to 4,000 euros just by doing this, depending on if you do it fast or slow. So what does it mean? Well, in the first 30 days, you get four customers. And as I said, if I was the person getting you into Casino, I would hold your hand and get those four customers together with you. Now, the next step, the next 30 days, is for you to start to build your team. So you talk to the business, to two people you know. If they start, you get another bonus. And then, of course, they're going to get their four customers, but we help them with getting their two people, or you just get more people yourself. In total, after 120 days, we have done 10 personal customers, and there is six people in our team. And of course, some of them are starting to get their customers. Now in this month of May, we do have an extraordinary campaign, so you will make even more bonuses by doing this in May. If you could do 10 customers and six partners in May, it would be very well paid. Uh, but this is a way how to learn the business. And after that, of course, uh, it's the duplication because A and B also want to reach their goal, and the total of what you create together make a commission for everyone. But most important, we are a customer-driven company. We do have 1 million customers, almost 1 million customers, and 85% of the total turnover in the company, which is 340 million euros last year, is coming from customers. So every person gets eventually 25 customers or more, and that creates a huge volume over time. So when we are working with Sensino, we get a very stable income because the customers are buying and using the products every day, buying it every month, and it's a very stable income. And the more customer we do have in our team, the more commission you obviously will get, and you will get extra paid for every new customer entering into your organization. On top of that, you are joining something that's going to be a global megatrend. We believe that test-based health have just started into a company who are investing to be the leading company in the world in this industry of test-based health, which we only see in the start of it. You're also um, walking into a system who teaches you and tells you and helps you how to build the best business, into a team that will support you for whatever goals you are, and a commission plan where you are deciding yourself how much you want to make in your business. So, how important is timing? I believe timing is pretty important when we want to succeed with something, either if we want to make a couple of 100 euros extra a month or if we want to build something big. What excites me is the fact that we are closing in on 1 million customers right now, but we believe that we can reach the 20 million customers just within the next 10 years. And imagine if we can do 20 million customers over the next uh, 10 years, the only marketing tool in Cincino is us. It's the partners getting customers, growing into new markets, seeing the potential. So for the people joining today, this year would be part of something that will be really, really big over the next 10 years. So it's up to you. Are you open for opportunities? Are you ready to look into something that could really change your life around or give you the extra income you want to have on the side? Take a good talk with the person who invited you into the meeting. Get your questions answered. I had a lot of questions when I saw the first presentation. Get your questions answered and look into if this is something we can do together. Looking forward to your decision, and I hope I see you again. Thank you for listening to me tonight. Good luck with your decision, and hope to see you next time. Thank you, everyone.